other words, it didn't take Johnson long to undo the best damn policy he was associated with. And for a lot of different reasons relating to the war and politics and whatnot, he raised tax rates. He managed to put the individual rate from 70 back to 78%, and then began to unhinge the dollar. And as I said, this is a bipartisan, nonpartisan book. So the next president, Richard Nixon, who I've met many times, and his family is dear friends of mine, but as Nixon once said to me when he was out of office in downtown, you don't think much of my economics, do you? And I said, no, sir, I really don't. So Nixon raised taxes. Nixon unleashed the dollar, unhooked it from any gold or any other monetary discipline, and imposed massive regulations on the economy, including wage and price controls. So, again, in a bipartisan way, we had a Democrat and Republican who got it right, and we had a Democrat and Republican who got it wrong. And now the question is, how's the balance going to wind up tipping? I can't answer that question. My crystal ball's no better than yours. But it's important. And the other point that Brian read, which I love, really, Doug Dillon was a very wealthy banker. His father, Clarence Dillon, founded the old Dillon Reed, which for many, many, many years was among the whitest of the white shoe investment banks in New York. Doug Dillon had just about as much money as Joe Kennedy and John F. Kennedy, and traveled in very high social circles, in fact, even higher than the Kennedys. And so Kennedy could not stare him down. He had to listen when Dillon spoke. After all, Kennedy put him in office as a Treasury Secretary. So I thought that was pretty good. Sometimes you got to be able to make people listen to you, whatever it takes. In this case, it was money and social standing. Me, I take it any way I can get it. And good policy is good policy. But the main point here, again, this is not a partisan book. I just want America, to coin a phrase, to get moving again. You know, we've got to turn less than 2% growth over a couple of decades now back to 3 to 4% growth, which is what we do historically. And to get there, we're going to have to take strong remedial actions, particularly on business tax cuts, to grow the economy at 5 or 6% for several years in order to get us back on track. Kennedy and Reagan proved historically that it can be done.